Okay, gonna run a quick intro and we'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in game number 2, Invasion MUFC and Rising Star. This is the AMD Premier League third place decider, best of 3 series. And of course, this is a Beyond the Summit presentation. I am Luminous and he is BTS Gods. MUFC came out really flat out of the gates. Axe pick, not exactly working as intended. And let's see, MUFC's got to go back to the drawing board. They got to fight to stay alive. I'm sure there is some sort of money on the line for this third place match, right?
Yeah, otherwise I don't think we'd have a third place match.
Yeah, so
it's $5,000 prize pool altogether. I think it's like 3,000 for first, 1,500 for second, and maybe like 500 for third. I'm not sure exactly.
Still a decent amount of money here, especially if you're converting it to some Asian currency.
I'll take $500.
Yeah, I'll take it too.
Shadow Demon gets banned this game round. I guess that's the big difference here. It's a hero you don't often see banned, but some teams just love this hero so much that it's almost worth banning.
So Magnus is going to be the point. I got to actually ask you about the compendium choices. For the East, do you actually select Bat Rider as the most banned and Shadow Demon as the most picked?
I have Shadow Demon most picked and Lifestealer as the most banned.
Ooh, that's a little bit different. Over Bat Rider.
I think so.
I think Lifestealer will skip through sometimes, but not Bat, right? Bat is just almost always.
It depends. Like, I feel like there's some teams who will not ban Lifestealer. Like, I think some of the teams, like the Southeast Asian teams, might let Lifestealer through, but I feel like you get the Chinese teams playing against each other, they'll be banning Lifestealer every time, and the playoffs will be presumably more Chinese teams, so I kind of took that into account.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
I think Bat Rider is probably the safer choice.
Which, by the way, if you guys don't have a compendium just yet, I really urge you to purchase one. Obviously, it is $10. It's somewhat pricey, especially if you don't have a job or anything, but Dota 2 has recently added in some new stretch goals, which I guess I could show on the screen for a bit, or maybe not, because we are on the drafting overlay. But some of the newer stretch goal added is, you could get a 1v1 tournament at TI3. There is, what are some of the new ones? I know the biggest one is having a ability to choose your own hero. The next hero being released. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, techies all the way.
Abandon all the way. Let's spend 3.2 million on it and get Abandon in the game, guys.
Well, I wouldn't mind Abandon that much.
I think Abandon is actually a competitive viable hero, but let's actually get back to the game here as MUFC is fighting for their $500. Yep, same two picks.
I don't know if the early Queen of Pain pick is the main problem with Queen of Pain is you need a lot of levels. You can't start roaming. It's on a hero like Clockwork or Mag. As soon as you level 6, level 7, with Mag, all you need is level 6, level 7, and Arcane Boots, and then you can TP and roam around the map. Queen of Pain, you need. I feel like level 6, you can't just start roaming because you have mana problems. You have only 1 point in Blink, maybe, which is kind of limiting. I feel like it's not the best hero to be picking up this early on in the draft.
Yeah, and like you said, comparatively to Magnus and Clockwork, they could actually roam off very effectively. That RP and Clockwork hook, I mean, sure, it's a great initiation spell, but early game you use it for single target pickoff, which I'm completely sure that's what's gonna happen. Of course, Xiaotuchi's gonna be playing Anti-Mage once again here, so not bad, not bad.
Yeah, Rising Star's going to stick with what worked. I'm actually when I first saw them play and like when they beat Orange 2-0, it was with the Anti-Mage, and when we saw them yesterday, they looked a bit out of sorts. They were playing with the Wisp, they were using other heroes. I think Anti-Mage is kind of like their bread and butter. It's what they play best with, and I imagine it's what we'll see a lot out of Rising Stars in the qualifier, at least what teams will probably be expecting to pick. I don't think it'll reach first ban status, but I think teams will be like, okay, Rising Stars, they're strongest with Anti-Mage.
Yeah, and teams in the past definitely have known to actually pick Anti-Mage against Rising Star and take it away from them. I know some opponents of DK just says, all right, we'll pick Burning's DK and see how things go.
Pick Burning's DK?
Yeah. Or pick DK's Burning's Anti-Mage.
Yeah.
That's correct, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So early here, so early. Yeah. Darkseer Keeper as well as Leshrac is going to get banned out by MUFC, and we're going to see actually Bane Elemental banned once again. So I guess they just want to make sure that the anti-mage is going to be a full force, no matter what, right? So, Enfeeble is not going to be the annoyance factor that it always is when it's in the game.
Yeah, I think the big thing here that MUFC will be considering, do they go offensive trialing and Visage gets banned out? That's MUFC used this yesterday to some pretty good effect, and if you want to go offensive trialing against an anti-mage, it's a great hero to have.
Doing their homework, Rising Stars.
Yeah, they really are. This is just a third place decider in some tournament. It's not like they have to verse MUFC later or anytime soon. It's not a team they need to research because they're not in the qualifier, but they've done some homework.
Hey guys, the Chinese boys are doing homework, huh? A+. I approve. Yeah.
Luby stamp of approval.
I'm happy. I'm actually really, you know how like a lot of draft just like goes absolutely most standard it possibly can go, and I'm sort of somewhat sad that most teams don't take the time to actually research, especially when now researching teams has gotten a lot easier, right? You go on Dota TV and just look at the tournaments, different tournaments, and just, hey, Winter and this team's playing this tournament, let's see how they've been drafting, let's see how we could counter it. And I personally want to have complete transparency between all teams in terms of pick ban. I know teams are definitely very against that because you want to protect your strategies and whatnot, but as a spectator, as a fan of the strategy of the game, I feel like teams got to take that next step in terms of like replay viewing, in terms of scouting, in terms of drafting smarter and banning smarter. But Rising Star is going to pick up Sand King here, and Chinese always play support Sand King.
Yeah, I think MUFC, they've drafted pretty smart this game. The main thing here is they have the option to go offensive trialing, which I think they'll take because they'll see Sand King support, Anti-Mage as a carry, and be like, that's two melee heroes. Sand King's not very good at early levels. Send Rubik Lina with a strong trialing farmer, something like a Gyrocopter maybe, offensive trialing, and you can shut down the Anti-Mage. Sven is also great. Yeah. I think they go offensive trialing, have Queen of Pain mid and Nature's Prophet solo against the Clockwork. I think this is a good way of going up against the Anti-Mage pick. The big thing here that they did with the draft is they denied Rising Stars of the Shadow Demon. They denied them of having the strong supports. There's still a Jakiro, which I think maybe what Rising Stars grabbed, but the big hero they had to take away was Shadow Demon. And with that taken away, offensive trialing, very possible.
Yeah, I think Jakiro can be an okay pickup simply because how decent he is defensively early on. But at the same token, Anti-Mage and Sand King is so bad in the first 2-3 levels. They're not going to die, it's just that they're not going to do anything either. So maybe you just forgo any kind of offensive power that you can have and just say, all right, our priority is going to just to be survive. Here's something I really don't understand myself, and I gotta get your opinion on this, is that Chinese always play Sand King as a support. And I guess if you somehow find your way up to a Blink Dagger, for example, as a Sand King, that's really, really effective. Rising Star is going to pick up an Enchantress themselves here.
Cool.
But here's the thing, what is really a Sand King going to accomplish in the early game when you don't get the farm, and you don't expect him to get the farm?
I think everyone runs Sand King as a support nowadays, though. I would argue.
Right, it's just, what does a support Sand King do?
Yeah, the main thing is, to me, it's Burrow Strike. Epicenter is a great spell when you land it, but it's never why you pick Sand King. You're entirely picking it because of Burrow Strike. It's a spammable AoE stun. I mean, if you're considering starting 2 or 3 heroes in a fight, that's what you're doing with a Mag Ultimate or with a Tide Ravage, but it's got a very short cooldown, it's very reliable, and it's just a great initiation spell. The big thing is you need levels on it. You need to get that fast level 3, level 4 Sand King Burrow Strike before it can be that effective ganking skill.
I mean, if you want a similar effect, there's Fissure, which is extremely reliable at long range. There's Impale from Lion, there's Impale from Nyx Assassin. I'm not sold on support Sand King, and I guess maybe this is not the best time to kind of have a debate about
instant. Burrow Strike's instant, and it also has a shorter cooldown than Fissure, which is what I would argue.
Okay.
And you don't have, I guess, Earthshaker has more mana problems, but yeah, it's. I don't know. I'm not sold on. I don't think Sand King is a top tier support, but I think he's situationally quite strong.
Okay, and we'll see whether this is the situation to do so, where he is actually very good. And it looks like MUFC kind of invading in the enemy jungle. Hantrash play will be playing the Sven. Offensive trialing most likely. FC is going to be handling the Queen of Pain. TFG on the keeper, Nature's Prophet. We have Winter playing the Rupik once again, and it's going to be ABC. It looks like they're going to run into each other, and the level 1 here is so powerful for Rising, for MUFC, and ABC picks up the first blood here.
Easy peasy. Sand King and Anti-Mage just get the hell out of there instantly. To see if Anti-Mage still goes. Looks like he's going to go back into his jungle, head towards that top lane. So Enchantress gives up an early kill, and it's... I mean, this just helps MUFC a bit. Gets Lina some early boots. Gets Lina maybe an early courier upgrade, but it's not going to actually hurt the Enchantress's jungle really at all.
Yeah, it's not like she lost some go. It's not like she just can't jungle anymore. But this is where the annoyance factor is. There is a Sentry Ward available blocking off one of the big camp. I actually want to see if maybe Observe Ward in this particular spot for the racing side, which will block the big camp as well. And more importantly, give the vision for any kind of gank path that Enchantress will come in. Lina does have that early boots. I like that pickup. Normally,
Blocking.
yeah, and blocking with the body. Normally, I would say, oh, upgrade a courier, make sure your soul make it a quick bottle. But your support getting boots, especially playing offensive trialing, so important. So glad to see that she actually took the time to upgrade it.
And hey, he's probably like, dude, I'm the 4 position support. You play hard.
I
Support,
got the first blood. I'm 4 now. Get out of here, guys.
Yeah, well, generally he is the Winter generally playing the hard support for the team. So Lynn's like, man, I don't upgrade courier. I don't buy wards for the team.
That's not my job.
That's Winter's job. Yeah.
Good luck, Winter.
The beauty of being a 4 position support. It's like I remember when I used to play. Like I was always 4 position. I'd be like, dude, I'm not buying courier upgrades. I'm gonna get like my 10-minute arcane boots.
In any case,
we need more wards at 6 minutes in. Hell no, I'm not doing that.
You're the one that goes like, oh, guys, we need more wards. Can we do that?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the other support still doesn't have boots.
Yeah. All right, back in the mid lane. It's gonna be FC versus Quap. And
Top. Zaltuji, a lot of damage.
Yeah, he should be okay. He's got his poor man shield, which was a big part of surviving. I love the magics they pick up here as well.
I think definitely gonna need that the Enchantress creep also, it tanked a lot of damage. The creep wave was hitting the Enchantress creep rather than the anti-mage, which probably actually helped save him as well.
Well, he's going to get past us out here by XCD. And XCD going to be doing a little bit of creep pulling. I guess one thing that we are kind of forgetting about Sand King support is that he's actually very survivable, unlike most other supports. Because of Sandstorm, because of Burial Strike, and armor is actually okay. And like 3 armor or level 2. It looks like his creep pool is going to get somewhat challenged though.
Yeah, this is... I guess it helps I mean, even if they're not getting this... Oh, Sand King, careful. Stun coming out from Hon Trash Play. They're not going to follow it up though, so a bit of miscommunication there. Even if it's getting stolen a bit, it's giving Zaltuji safer farm under his tower. It is obviously a bit hard to always last hit under your tower, but it's guaranteed that he's not being ganked out and killed off there.
Yeah, and that's a big thing here. As the stunning is definitely enough here on the Radiant side. If they layer it all perfectly and then right-click and have the creep wave support, they are going to get that kill. But let's talk about this mid matchup for a bit here. Queen of Pain versus Magnus. I think we've seen this matchup too many times, but I think the verdict goes back as sort of even, and it really comes down to kind of individual skill here.
Yeah, individual skill. I think... and no one would say Mag wins the lane, but maybe Queen of Pain with a slight edge. But end of the day, they both... I think if they're evenly matched and both skilled players, they'll just trade farm.
Yep. And on the bot lane, it's going to be Mofi versus TFG. I actually want to slightly edge the lane here to Nature's Prophet. Normally, Clockwork on the off lane is not too bad, but the Tree and Harass, as well as being the Ranger, having a really good animation, really help TFG. But on the same token, if there's going to be somebody dying in the lane, it's going to be TFG if he plays it, if he has a mistake, for example.
Yeah, I concur. I agree that he does have the edge there. So in theory, MUFC have 2 lanes that they should be winning, and then the mid lane, which is a break-even lane. So they're getting the best of the laning scenario, but that's what you expect when you're up against an anti-mage. You shouldn't be losing more lanes than you're winning when you're up against an anti-mage.
But are they really winning the lane? Anti-mage on the top lane has 14 creep kills, so he's not really farming the best. But Stormhammer, where's the Stormhammer?
Out of mana? Oh no, he's got mana.
No, he's got it. And even if Anti-Mage blinks, the Stormhammer will travel and your LSA will follow through, so... Missed opportunity, perhaps? I'm not too sure.
Maybe they didn't think they had enough damage to bring him down. They're now looking.
Well, LSA to lead it up is not exactly where you want to fight. And in fact, Xiaotuchi says, yeah, okay. Alright, I'll burn.
Wow, those hits hurt.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Dire's mid towers have...
Yeah, he's very confident. He knows what he can take as far as this trio of nukes go.
Oh, AM's gonna get lifted. The communication is just really, really poor here on MUFC. What is going on right now?
They can't actually kill him when he's full HP or near full HP is the big thing.
But the thing is, they're using spells as if they can kill them, and those spells is limited. Mana is limited. Super's gonna come in from the right side here. It looks like he's somewhat blocked by his own creep. LSA is gonna hit. Stormhammer will... No, nice Q-Man Burrow Strike. You talked about the ability to early Q-Man disable, but here comes TFG as well. They want Super, but instead it's gonna be on Trash Play that's gonna drop in first blood. And they're gonna try still focus on Super, but that heal is so OP. She's finally gonna go down, but Winter's dead as well. Here comes Queen of Pain. Does she have level 6? Not just yet. Maybe if they're going to get the kill here, she will sprout for a little bit of uphill vision. Not going to get it there. And I got to say, overall, pretty big win for Rising Star.
Yeah, nice little fight for them. Still lack of troll and snare. Made me sad. I was watching that Dark Crawler fight. Never saw an ensnare come out, but
Well, I guess the saving grace of your having your Sven dying is that he's gonna come back full mana, hey?
yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. But this top lane not working as well as MUFC would have liked. They're going to look to start chipping away and pressuring this tier 1 tower. But I think even if they get a fast tower here, it's like, well, you get a fast tier 1, Antimate is even safer, more reliable free farm if you push out this lane.
And Mofi is getting a free farm right now. Like, he's got his teleport scroll. Once he gets 6, I imagine they're gonna glyph and teleport up top. And this tower might not even be guaranteed. Enchantress already rotating in. You see Darkling coming in as well. Are they gonna make that glyph? They are glyphing it, so where's that TP coming in soon? If not, that's gonna be a wasted glyph. It is gonna be a wasted glyph. I'm not sure if I like that.
It's, I guess, stalling more than anything.
Sure, yeah. Well,
Force MUFC to hang around a bit longer, take a bit more damage, and Zhao Chuji now get some more space at top lane. But yeah, it's slightly wasted glyph. I do agree.
Yeah. We're going to see a little bit of a difference in terms of item build from Anti-Mage. She's going to Tranquil Boots. And the reason that you can actually go Tranquil Boots so early is that it gives you a little bit of access into the jungle. Nature's Prophet. Oh, the Sprout a little bit too short. I mean, there's so much offensive power on the Radiant side, and it's the fact that they're not getting kills is not doing justice to this draft. And to be honest, Anti-Mage, yeah, he's fine now with the tower being down, with Blink being skilled up. He should be mostly okay, and of course, 2 points into those stats.
Yeah, he's got his Tranquil Boots now as well, so he's going to have that reliable HP regen. Interesting that he actually goes for them this game round.
Yeah, it's going to allow him jungle very effectively, and he might need to jungle.
Yeah, I think he maybe expects to be under more pressure soon, with rightfully so. There's a 3-man gank coming his way.
Well, let's see. It's going to start up. Stormhammer has to be opening spells. Lift, Stormhammer, LSA, perfect chain center, and the Wrath of Nature.
Yeah, I think they need the Wrath of Nature, or he would have at least blinked away whether they could chase him or not. The Wrath of Nature was needed, but here comes the cannon gank. Winter gets brought down first, and I don't think they're done, because Clockwork's arrived. Clockwork has a hook shot, yep, just does. They're going to bring down the Lina, probably go looking for this Sven. Sven has a TP scroll, but Mofi, he can hook, but he can't cog, so I think he's trying to get in range for the cogs.
Cogs? No cogs, and that Warcraft's going to bring him out. Air's coming through. He's going to skewer RP. We're very worth it for a solo kill, but with the armor bonus, I don't think they're going to get that kill. But very good adventure up top here for the Rising Star. Anti-Mage did die, but they got the return kills. And trust me, the supports are very appreciated getting that early EXP and gold.
Yeah, so Winter TPing back up. Mag needs his Arcane Boots, but he'll have those in just a second now after he just spams out a creep wave to get it. And yeah, Zhao Chuji actually rotating mid, so Antimage's going to be up against the Queen of Pain, which isn't fun for the Antimage, but I think he decides it's just a little... Actually, he's going to decide that bottom lane's the safest place to go. Also, this Tier 1 tower he's protecting. TFG going to sneak a Tier 1 tower very unexpectedly.
Ooh, he might actually pay for it though here, as there is a Quelling Blade on Anti-Mage, so Sprout's not going to work.
OP.
Oh, Face Boot is doing work. Zhao Chuji, only level 1 Blink. I thought I'm surprised that he didn't chase further, to be honest, because a couple more hits and Mana Void might actually do the job, but hey.
It's chasing into phase boots. You can get like one right click off every time, and then he just outruns you.
Yeah, I suppose.
I guess the Tranquil Boots give you some big
yeah, lets you keep up, you know.
Yeah.
This is a plus ADMS.
Yeah.
Or is it 75 now? They keep changing it.
I don't even know.
75. Yeah.
I just noticed movement speed more than boots.
More than usual, yeah.
More than normal boots. Yeah.
That's what BTS is known for, the knowledge.
I know relative. I don't know the specific numbers and stats.
Yeah.
Someone asked me how much damage a spell does. I'm like,
That's around this much, yeah.
But it's like they have that trivia side and stuff where like you can test all your game knowledge. Most pros don't know actual numbers. They just know by feel because they've been playing Dota like 6 or 7 years. They just know roughly because there's also like the number the spells say they don't do that much because of the magic resistance of all heroes. So no one actually knows specific damage of spells. But they do, but not very accurately.
And the big annoyance factor is that it's all really hard to actually commit it to memory because they change so often. It's like, oh, now Burrow Strike does 10 more damage, and like, okay, thanks, Icebra.
Yeah, it's always these tiny little changes.
Yeah.
It needs to have like a little. But when it says how much damage it does, it should also show like the hero reduced damage or something.
Like
I think that would help. I think it would help new players a lot because like you can't just calculate in your head the 70% or whatever.
I mean, I like the complexity. Super is gonna be coming. It's gonna go. Oh my god! Gets blown the hell up. That's gonna be a one-man RP, but well, that's worth it for the Queen of Pain kill. Stormhammer's gonna come in, and right now, Han Trash player is just cleaving. He's
wow.
ABC.
Dyer's
The
Well-
Guna Blade is dropped.
Yeah, the true tip says the magic damage is enough for the kill. Xiaotuji comes out. There's only a level 1 Blink. They're actually going to throw him up immediate tango. He's out of there. Looks
Is
like
there a
they're gonna
Stormbolt?
keep
Yes.
Yeah, there is. He does have the Blink available. He blinks and TP back up top, and will find himself a couple more creep kills.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess keeping top isn't really ideal for him because the creep web's nowhere nearby. He can go into his own jungle. So Anti-Mage not finding as much space as last game to
This is
farm.
going to be a free slam, right? It's only level 1 Mana Void.
What does Anti-Mage think? It's level 1 Mana Void, 550 mana.
I
know
don't
if
think he
it's
get
enough.
the kill because he actually has so little mana. He actually needs to have like 300 mana and a couple of mana break hits.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he can get that kill. Not to mention, after the Mana Void, if he doesn't kill him off, he'll pop that magic stick.
Yeah. In any case, Mofi's gonna be
With this, it's a kill.
Much appreciated.
Those face boots, man. It's doing work.
Yeah, now we've got ourselves a kill. Alright. This will help Xiaotuji a lot.
Oh! What a
Perfect time to
counter!
magic one.
What a counter! Face be getting himself out of their blink block. Not really gonna work. His face is gonna be back up. Oh no! I thought what he's gonna do is go into it and phase back out as the two heroes are getting
Yeah.
trapped in that tunnel. But
He magic one like as the Mana Void came out, so the Mana Void did a lot less damage.
Towers having
Perfect.
technical difficulties.
Mofi on the mid lane, he might actually be in a little bit of trouble as well. Both teams being very aggressive. Despite that, Clockwork Coke's gonna get Tower gonna get one shot. Blink back out here. Air's in position. Lift is he gonna steal a spell here from Winter? No, not level 6 yet. Laguna Blade comes in, but also Magic Wand. A very good time. These Magic Wands, best item in the game.
Yeah.
Queen of
Magic.
Pain.
Oh, he wants the Queen of Pain. He'll get the Queen of Pain at mid. FC was trying to sneak in the tower. They end up getting the tower, but
Over that mid tower.
Air with a nice little kill there. He's looking for an RP. Sand King Burrowstrike needs to help him out. Meanwhile, Clockwork still very, very low. Sven go to town, drops an RP, does absolutely nothing. Xiaotushi's even come into the fight here, but this is not an Anti-Mage who can do a whole lot, and an Impetus finishes off the Rubik. So return kills going the way of Rising Stars, and possibly even more. Sand King Burrowstrike onto the Lina. Lina does get a stun off, followed up by a Stormbolt. This could turn things around. Nope. Slam an Anti-Mage.
So much slams being done right now. TFG gonna face himself out. The TFG's got himself a hand of Midas, and its effect in this game has been his look at scores 1-1-7. So whether he's saving that Wrath of Nature or using that Wrath of Nature at a very opportune time, or just being there, I love the fact he's playing so aggressive all over the map. I love the fact that he's teleporting in to get the last of the tower. He's really kind of letting us remember why Nature's Prophet is one of the more premier heroes in these days, and I'm very surprised that he's not picked up as often as he is in the Sudden Ace agency. He's kind of playing second fiddle to that Tinker most of the time, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, back in Orange Esports' day, when Winter was doing the drafting stuff, they played a lot of Nature's Prophet, I remember. They would always run him in that. Winter would, like, I think it was even TI2. Orange were almost running Nature's Prophet every game in the offlane. It was like Winter's hero. That
It was
tournament.
either Bat or Nature's Prophet. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Bat and a lot of Nature's Prophet. And I think I don't particularly like offlane Bat myself. I think he's too easy to zone out. But yeah, Nature's Prophet, well, back then, Winter did like to use him a lot. He's pulling it back here for TFG. So things going pretty well for MUFC. They are ahead as far as gold goes, behind by a kill, but they're getting more towers. They're putting a lot of pressure onto this Anti-Mage, preventing him from getting too much farm.
Well, Anti-Mage got himself a Perseverance and 800 gold. Of course, his boots is not where exactly he wants to be. He wants those strength crits, obviously, a little bit later on. I wonder if he's actually going to switch. A lot of Anti-Mage players like, yeah, I farm so quickly anyways, it doesn't matter too much. And I don't want to just upgrade to treads, kind of make him out of him, because I probably have to sell the treads ultra late game anyways. Some Anti-Mage players like to just keep it at brown boots. We'll see, though. Air's going
Some
to walk in.
disassembled of Lads. That's like the most cost-efficient way to do it.
Yep, they're going to try to focus on Air. The LSA and the Laguna Blade all hit. And a Shockwave from Winter. Nicely done.
Yeah, so down the Mag Blink Dagger even more. He's up to 900 gold as FC picks up the rune at bottom lane. As Rising Stars, they can't really afford to have these pickoffs. They need Mag to get a Blink Dagger up. They need Anti-Mage to keep on farming. Anti-Mage's not really getting picked off too much, but all in all, it just kills that Rising Stars can't really afford to be giving up.
And they might give up yet another kill here as
The
Winter
Dire
getting
best do
position.
something
He
about
needs to
that
want the lift off. Teleport him from TFG. Not going to get that one off. So they're going to transition into a push, which is, hey, just fine. They want to get this early game objective. Tier 1 tower in the top lane, maybe a little bit of trouble as Enchantress has the Alpha Wolf, as well as a big creep wave and a siege unit. They're going to be working on this one. There is Glyph. There are multiple TPs. First TP comes in from the Lina. Stormhammer's going to slow down this push by a bit. I think they're going to defend this tower.
Yeah, it looks like they want to make a play for this, at least get a deny off on it. It does get glyphed up now. They're looking to chase things down, Sanking Burrow Strike to the high grounders. I don't think Lina... Oh, Lina can chase a bit further. Sanking gets blocked by the Centaurs. Not going to get any kills, it looks like.
Lena's gotta be careful because if Sankey wants to Burrow Strike back and Anti-Mage is right there, Burrow Strikes back out. He's low. He's still 7 wand charges. 7 wand charges. Let's not forget Magic Wand doing a ton of work. Wrath of Nature is gonna hit huge amount of damage. Those bounces coming out of nowhere.
Cool. Nice little bit. Good play, but fairly good for MUFC. They only get the 1 kill. They do defend their tier 1, but it took 4 or 5 TPs top.
Which is not that bad, considering they can push top tower if that's what they want. And they're making sure that Anti-Mage is not getting the free farm that he enjoyed in game number 1. But despite of that, he's got himself very close to that Battle Fury, just about 700 gold, 800 gold away. And suddenly, it's going to get a lot tougher because they don't have those quick orchids. Speaking of quick orchids, is Queen of Pain going to be getting one? She's going to be BKB. It's going to be TFG that's been getting quick orchids.
And his orchid's going to be really fast. And it'll be around the time Anti-Mage gets up his Battle Fury, which is around when you want your orchid, because that's where he starts flash farming, and he's still a good way away from the Manta Style. So if you can get a few pick-offs before his Manta Style gets off, you slow him down a lot, momentum swings heavily in MUFC's favor.
So far, I'm really liking MUFC's play this game compared to the last one. This is what I'm more used to seeing from MUFC. Just a constant aggression early on, all over the place. And also, I love the fact that they're picking up Lina instead of Leshrac. Leshrac, a lot better tower pusher. But if you had Leshrac, for example, in that River fight against the Magnus, you would not have gotten that kill. Lina, one of the burstiest heroes in the game, one of the burstiest support in the game. And she's doing a ton of work. Laguna Blade being used first and foremost all the time in these team fights.
Yeah, it's been able to secure a lot of kills here. Invis Mag at top lane though, this is cause for some trouble, and I think Rising Stars are going to finally at least make sure this tower goes down. Whether they get the kill or gets denied, we'll have to wait and see. But MUFC, they've got Queen of Pain there, Lina's on the way, Nature's Prophet can TP in at any time, but doesn't feel like they're quite in position to defend this. Nope, they're going to let go.
I'm not too sure whether I like Rising Stars play, especially with Air with that Invis Room walking into the tower, because I thought the tier 1 tower was absolutely free. I don't think without Glyph that the Radiant would have defended. So you would have Invis Magnus walking towards a tier 2 push, which could have been big, but I guess maybe they didn't want to push anyways because they just want Anti-Mage to farm.
Yeah, and they want Mag's Blink as well. He's going to TP mid and actually take a decent creep wave here, get closer and closer to that Blink Dagger, just another 300, 400 gold, and he's going to be there, which is what I think for Rising Stars, when that's up, they can take some really nice little fights here. You've got the Clockwork Initiation to sort of have people center and focus the Clockwork, and then Mag blinks in for a big RP.
Yeah, but they're not going to allow you to get that from Hunter's place. Smoked up, looking... Oh, I'm not sure we've seen, and... Winter trying to find anything. I'm surprised that he actually didn't spell steal the Anti-Mage and go for a Blink Initiation, but it's okay.
Gonna see. Oh, smoke comes out actually. So Rising Stars, even no blink on Mag, they just want some pickoffs here. Probably go to the enemy jungle, try and find the Nature's Prophet, I would say.
Or they're baiting the Anti-Mage. They're catching on the playstyle of MUC, which is
especially with maybe they know the Orchid's finished on Anti-Mage.
Yeah, well, they're going to run into the Lina right now. Lina's going to eat a Burrow Strike. The hook is going to come through, and she is basically done. Air is going to screw in for the Chaos attempt. Xiao Qi's going to pick it up. TFG, by the way. Teleported here. Yeah, he's somewhat stranded, so he has to teleport out, basically, and they're going to lose a tier 1 because of that. So, very good smoke here from Rising Star.
Yeah, but that could have gone worse for MUFC. TFG was about to come out and reveal himself, then suddenly he's like, oh crap, there's 4 heroes here smoked before he revealed himself, because if he reveals himself, he dies as well, and at this point in the game, Nature's Prophet is probably the biggest kill that Rising Stars can get.
Yeah, he doesn't have give the biggest streak, but the fact that not really for the goal, but taking rid of the map mobility that MUFC has with the Nature's Prophet is going to be the big one, and more importantly, protecting their Anti-Mage. So, looks like Sven's got himself a little bit of free farm on the melee. Has this Mithril Hammer now. I mean, sure, we've been talking about how Nature's Prophet stops the Anti-Mage. Let's not forget about Sven. If Anti-Mage ever gets stunned up, like, he's just dead. Meanwhile, speaking of dead heroes, nice initiation.
That is a dead Queen of Pain.
Yep.
The Blink Dagger gets picked up. This is something these Chinese teams love to do. Just these solo RPs all around the map. You get the Blink Dagger up, especially when you're behind. If you can just use any Blink RP to get a kill on one of the opponent's 3 core heroes, the Queen of Pain, Nature's Prophet, or Sven, they'll do it every single time.
Yeah, you almost ask yourself, hey, why not? It's such a low cooldown. But back in the mid lane, though, are they gonna actually... Yeah, nice LSA and Laguna. Bam! On-trap player picks up the kill, and Anti-Mage, despite having his Battle Fury, still have to watch his positioning.
Yeah, Anti-Mage hits the deck now, and possibly even going to be more here. Mag gets thrown up in the air. Sprout goes onto Mofi. Mofi, he can't get out of his Sprout. He's got nothing to shoot down these trees, and now he gets stunned up. Mofi brought down. Hook shot. Ooh.
TFG?
Just.
TFG? Big place?
He
No,
shoots the
TP
cube
out.
and
I
gets
think
out of
Contrash
it.
player kind of made a tiny mistake. He was turning back or forth. Maybe want to give the last hit to somebody else. I'm not sure what that was about, but hey, that was the kill that should have gotten and it could have gotten.
Well, they get a tier 2 tower anyways. They miss out on a clockwork kill. It's not going to really change the flow of this game. And if they can get this tier 2 tower, it'll be really nice for them. But they're playing a bit timid here.
Yeah, tower already deny range. Sankey now working on that one. Nobody's going to go try to sneak it. And I guess Rising Star dodges a couple of bullets coming their way. Mech is already finished on Enchantress.
Yes. All right, thoughts. I have to ask again, since we were talking about it at the start. Thoughts on the Sanking support? Like, how do you think he's done? Like as a hero?
A lot more impressive than what I gave credit for. Just the fact that he gives you more damage compared to, let's say, a Sankey, or not Sankey, more than a Shaker, which is I made the direct comparison. Maybe a little bit more effective as a line. I still like line for my hexes and whatnot, but for the most part, Burrow Strike is always a threat in a team fight, hitting tier 3, but more importantly, Epicenter always reserve a stun to cancel. So, yeah, a lot more impressive than I gave credit for, a lot more survivable. In a losing game, as we see Clockwork getting picked off imminently, in a losing game, your line will get picked off a billion times.
Yeah.
Your Sankey might not be so.
And he's actually got some alright farm here. He's stolen the gem from MUFC. That's not his, but he's got 1100 gold. And as a support Sanking, your blink in a decent game comes up around the 25-minute mark, which is probably what we'll be seeing from him.
Yeah.
Something about that bottom tower.
Well, back on a little bit of push going on the bot lane here. Tier 2 tower is almost going to get denied. Blink gets silenced. Good reaction from TFG because a Seer would have made things very dangerous. And Rising Star will lose a tower and not have much to show for it. Anti-Mage did get his Battle Fury, but for the most part, he hasn't had the room to farm. He's now upgraded back to his power treads, and will be blinking into the jungle and whatnot, but his jungle is somewhat kind of trampled upon by Super as well.
Yeah, well, Zalchuji, yeah, it's the Battle Fury up, but you need the Manta Star before you can do a whole lot. He's actually going to be going for the Vlads, which is, I guess, what he disassembles his Tranquil Boots into, and then he'll have the treads as well.
I'm not sure whether I like this choice. I feel like HP is first and foremost the most important thing. Manta Style, you needed to buff the silence. You need a way to run away from that Sven. More importantly, if you eat a Stormhammer, you're dead. So HP is going to be helpful. I guess armor is going to be nice in that regard as well. But this is not Rising Star that we know from last game. This is just Rising Stars.
They're not being allowed to rise all day long. MUFC have done a great job of slowing them down, shutting them down. Just the constant threat of Nature's Prophet TPing in, ganking the map. You've got a Queen of Pain who... I haven't seen a lot from the Queen of Pain, and the score 0-3-5 for FZ has kind of shown that, but it's still a hero with a BKB now who has the burst damage there. Heroes like Enchantress are very squishy, can be brought down nice and fast by a Queen of Pain.
Ooh, they know what a kind of bold move from MUFC. Go Sean Pit. Rocket Flare just went out. Not too sure whether they seen the path of the rocket. Maybe it did not fly into a Roshan Pit. And they're like, yeah, they don't know that we're doing this. Gem did just get picked up here right for Rising Stars, but they don't have War Vision at the Roshan Pit. Rosh already down to about half HP. Anti-Mage could blink in for a steal. And he is in the nearby vicinity, but again, he doesn't know. And that's going to be a free Roshan.
I think the Rising Stars are looking to group up for a smoke, maybe? They're also hovering around this mid lane. No, they're not going to. I think, again, they need to maybe go for this Anti-Mage pushing out bottom, smoke behind him and try to use him as bait. I guess the big thing is maybe MUFC can actually kill him and burst him down fast enough that, sure, he's bait, but maybe the Clockwork and Mag, if they're not fast enough, or even if they are fast enough, Anti-Mage still dies, which is something you have to avoid.
Well, it's going to be Queen of Pay pick up the Aegis, which I'm personally not the biggest fan of. I feel like if you're going for the BKB build, you're expected to blink in and just cause a lot of havoc and drop your spells, and if you die, right? That's your role. Maybe it's a little bit more important for maybe TFG to get it, or maybe even Sven, so I feel like they're going to be the bigger factor in these games. But they're going to put it in FZ and see how he's going to do.
Yeah, well, I think overall, MUFC, this game, we haven't seen sort of the Sven character come into play, but I think that's going to be sort of the tipping factor. He's got his BKB Master Madness.
And here comes the initiation. There's going to be the hits, and can he get off the RP? 2 RP on the BKB heroes. It's retreat time here, but no, Queen of Pain's going to follow through. He's going to focus on XCD. And again, Lion would have died there. Very survivable. It seems like TFG has got himself one more kill, and teammate just blink back out. All in all, was an okay initiation for Rising Star. It looks like it's not over yet. Contrash player looking for the kill, not going to chase for it. I think that was okay for Rising Stars. They would have lost a ton more if Air didn't get a 2-man RP on the 2 BKB heroes.
It was an OP and run the fuck away, but
Yeah.
hey, it did pretty alright by me when you see the number of heroes who got saved from that. Zanking Burrow Strike into some trees to save his life, although he now pays for it. Gem on the ground.
But here's the thing, without the RP, without the Clockwork Hook initiation, they are in big trouble. That Raxus is going to be going down. They don't really have the AoE to defend this Rex. Double damage on Queen of Pain, drums charge being popped right now. And the physical right clicks are coming down. But they are going to blink black out, respecting the power of Anti-Mage to kind of pick off heroes and chase.
Yeah, MUFC, give them some more space back off here. They do still have the Aegis on Queen of Pain, so I'd like to see them re-engage, especially considering all these big ultis are on cooldown.
They're doing just that blink initiation from Winter, and they're going to try to focus on Shao Tuji. Nice last second silence for the kill. TFG's going to be fine. Clockwork Hook came in here from an FC. We'll use his BKB very soon. And here we go, BKB coming off a second time. Sven getting a little bit bounced around those cogs. They're chasing Mofi. I'm not sure whether that's an important kill at all, but they'll be chasing for him nonetheless. Drums used, and bam! Big kill. Meanwhile, we do have TFG going to be blowing up the melee racks. And we might be going to a game 3 here in this best of 3 series.
Yeah.
As one-sided as last game was, this game not nearly as one-sided, but MUFC flexing the muscle, making sure that they're the stronger team in these fights.
Yeah, MUFC have done a great job of coming back in game 2. They had a much better game plan, which is easy to execute. Last game 1, it was all on this axe creep skipping. Here, it was all about shutting down the Anti-Mage farm, which they knew they could do with this offensive trialing of theirs. They weren't relying on Enchantress getting into the jungle or Axe just not or the Axe pick just working out for them. This game round, it was a much more solid, stable overall MUFC draft. They had the 2 strong, mobile sort of solo heroes in Nature's Prophet and Queen of Pain, and as a result, things looking really good for MUFC here in game number 2. They get Raxus at 27 minutes in. It's still not over when you take into account there's an Anti-Mage in the game, even with Raxus this early on.
Yeah, it's 12,000 gold difference though. I mean, that's kind of big. I mean, Anti-Mage does have Empower. He does have Yasha being almost completed. I'm not still sure whether Vlad's is the correct item choice here, especially against the dual combo of Sven and TFG. But
I think you needed the Manta ASAP when you're up against an Orchid. You don't stop for a Vlad's when you need your Manta to get rid of Orchid.
Yeah, I mean, on the same token, he's also dying to these kind of chain stuns. Like, it's not just the Orchids, it's the Blink Lift, it's the LSA, it's the Stormhammer, it's everything else. And Shao Tuji, I think he just wants HP. I might just say you go Ultimate Orb first, just for the raw HP. Maybe even a Vit Booster. Is that... No, he's going to be picking up Yasha. Yeah, so...
I think, Manta, and I think even his next time is going to be BKB, just for all the stuns, like you mentioned. The chain stun's really hurting him. I think BKB is going to be needed, but I don't know if the game actually goes that long. MUFC will be looking to end it probably in the next 5 minutes.
And you see that Queen of Pain actually blinking into the Magnus. He does... Oh, TFG is going for the big dive right now. In behind, he gets Burrow Strike. Silence goes on air. They want to pick him down, but the mech is going to bring him back up. Anti-Mage looking for the TP. He just goes down regardless of the mech, regardless of TP. XTP's on the run, but you're not running from, like... Ooh, nice Burrow into a TP. No sight there. There is sight being granted. Stormhammer. Ooh, it's going to fly in. Bam. Well, this is going to be a bot Rax, I think.
Mag will be back. I mean, it'll depend on the... Yeah, it depends how Rising Stars hold this and defend this. Sanking, I was talking about how he was going for that 25-minute blink. All of a sudden, he has no gold. I don't know if he... Yeah, he bought back in the fight. Yeah, we're not going to be seeing a Sanking blink anytime soon.
They're initiating with this Nature's Prophet. He's teleporting in behind enemy lines, and this... this Sven just critting people apart. And they can't even kill this Pop with the Aegis.
Alright, really well done. Yeah, I like Nature's Prophet's aggressive TP. He knows he has buyback, so even if they turn on him, 4 or 5 men just burst him down, and it sets MUFC up a couple kills. It's worth it because he can just buy back, come back to the fight, keep on pushing here.
Chainstun perfectly done here by MUFC. Just laying down the aggression. We're going to go to game 3 for sure here. GG may not get called out here, but Rising Star, they are done. As Trash player and the rest of his team breaking the second melee Rex. Go difference too big to speak of. Item difference too big, too strong. MUFC, when the early aggression worked, they know how to snowball hard.
Yeah. It looked like Rising Stars were like around the sort of 18-minute mark or so, it looked like Rising Stars, they were behind by about 3k gold, but it looked like they were in an okay position. But MUFC just suddenly turned it on, won a fight, and then just completely snowballed out of control. And it happened so fast, and they just ended the game in the next 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, what do you think was kind of the turning point? Because I kind of remember the game was like 11-11, the goal difference was 2-3k, and all of a sudden MUFC just wins that one fight.
I think it was the BKB pickups mostly. Like Queen of Pain with a BKB, all of a sudden Sven with a sends BKB Mask of Madness, and suddenly the next few team fights, it's MUFC can't lose them because their frontline heroes have BKBs that can just be so aggressive.
Yeah, and BKB really allows them to survive. The Sand King suddenly becomes somewhat useless. RP being used as a defensive measure, which is never really where you want to be. And game 2, now in the books, MUFC will even a series of 1 apiece. This is a best of 3 for the third place decider of the AMD Premier League, a Beyond the Summit presentation. I am Luminous, he is Gods. We'll be back for game 3, the final deciding match of who gets $500 of lasagna, Denny's, or whatever food that they want to be buying. Speaking of lasagna, a little bit hungry.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back anyways, regardless. Don't go anywhere, guys. Stay tuned for game 3.